For this episode, the bladesmiths have to build a Chinese weapon from 19th century.
Now we're sending you back to your home forges, where you will recreate an iconic blade from history. Butterfly swords.
Day 2 of the challenge. I have a lot of goals today. The D-guard is the main focus this morning. I think I'll still round it a little bit, but that's the brass knuckles, so we want that to be able to put an opponent out of commission. I want to test these blades. I want to know they'll perform. The blade's hard. I'm gonna have to change the edge geometry. Still a lot of work left to do.
This is for making horses poop. It's good for quenching spring steel, too. Gee, this is really safe next to a propane tank. That heat treat went very well for me. Success. No cracks in those blades. They're straight, they're true, but I want to test the strength of this blade. Made very short work of that.
Day 5, I need to get the handles sanded out and finished. So now what I'm working on is the finial nut. This will cinch everything up tight when we glue it up. So that's the first time I've encountered that. That was a mess. I'm feeling a whole lot better now that they are actually assembled.
I need to make a pair of nuts that I can use to cap the ends of the handle. Holy sh**. It's not a sword until it's drawn blood. So right now, painter's tape and paper towels. Where are my nuts? I can't have nuts that are too big, and I can't have nuts that are too small. Hopefully this will be the difference between badass and extra badass. Man, it's time for a beer for me.
To test the sharpness of the swords, Doug will attempt to puncture, slash, and cut the sandbags, sugarcane, and rope.
Shane, you're up first. Are you ready?
I am, sir.
It can definitely slash and thrust through the sugarcane. It's sharp enough to cut. At the same time on the rope. Andy, you're up next. You ready?
I'm ready.
Definitely, you've got a nice point to puncture and lacerate. And it's sharp. This, sir, will cut. This is the kill test. The butterfly sword, when sheathed, appears as one sword. But the minute you unsheath it, you have two swords. Shane, you're up first. You ready?
I'm ready.
When you thrust, it goes deep into the bowels and cuts everything inside on its way out. Andy, you're up next. Ready?
Yes, sir.
The design of your blade lacerated this ballistic dummy deeply. I completely disemboweled this dummy. This, sir, will kill.
Now, to test the strength of your blades, I'm going to take 6 chops into this ice block. Shane, you're up first. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Your edges held up beautifully. The weapon still feels nice and tight and well put together, but nice design. Andy, you're up.
Yes, sir. A little wet.
Couple of things. The back arms are just a little tight. I can't quite get underneath that. But the biggest concern I have is I can't hold that as one sword. I feel good in the hand. It's a good job.
And that champion is Shane. Congratulations.
Of course, I would rather be the one taking home $10,000, but I absolutely believe the judges made the right decision.
I'm feeling wonderful. This is the moment I've been waiting for. The journey is the fun part, you know? I'm very happy.
So what are you gonna do with the money?
I have a family that sacrificed a lot, so we'll have a family council, and they will decide.
It's awesome.
For this episode, the bladesmiths have to build a Eastern European weapon from 16th and 17th centuries.
Now, we are sending you back to your home forges to build an iconic weapon from history, the Polish Warhammer. You guys have 4 days. Good luck. We'll see you then.
I'm Mike Baldino. I'm 30 years old. I'm a high school technology teacher and a part-time bladesmith. So now I'm working on the hammerhead billet. Everything else is solid underneath. Now I'm going to take these 2 billets down to the grinder. Pray nothing warps. If it twists or warps or bends, there's not much steel to take away to straighten it back out afterwards. Oh, straight as could be. Quench went smoothly. Yeah, this came out so sweet. But I figured we might as well test it out on a door. It goes straight through.
My name's Josh Fisher. I'm 26 years old. I've been a full-time bladesmith for over a year now.
The biggest concern for today is getting the eye of the hammer punched. There we go. So getting the eye punched went pretty good. I'm really happy with it. And it's ready for the quench. See that skating on the head? Just what I want.
It'll kill.
It feels great to have made it this far.
Bladesmiths, welcome to the kill test. To find out what kind of damage your weapon will do, I will deliver some lethal blows on this ballistics dummy. Josh, you're up first. You ready for this?
Yep.
Your leather wrapping that you have here does give me a very good grip. That spike penetrates deep into the chainmail. Your weapon, it will kill. Mike, your turn, sir. You ready?
Yep.
Your spike pierces nicely into this ballistics dummy. It crushes the helmet and overall, sir, it will kill.
Now, for the strength test, Dave is going to deliver some hits to the statues.
Josh, you're up first. You ready?
Yep.
Everything's still tight, which is great. It's just the weight is on the extreme side, but it held up. All right, Mike, you ready?
I'm ready. We'll see if the hammer is.
The way these are inset, they're actually kind of sharp. So every impact, literally you can see the little raised spot. No damage on the spike, but the head's loose. Good job.
All right, bladesmiths, this is the leather bag smash and bash. Josh, you're up first. You ready for this?
Yep.
That weight lends itself to crush right inside the bag to smash it. Overall, your weapon, it will cut. Mike, your turn, so you ready?
Yep.
When it comes to smashing and bashing and maybe cutting, great job.
Thanks. Today, the Forge and Fire champion is Josh. Congratulations. Mike, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to ask you to please step off the forge floor.
I'm glad that the competition was so tight the whole way. Josh is a great guy. I look forward to seeing what he does in the future.
I can't believe it. I can't even think of what to say. I'm just so excited. This is an amazing opportunity, and to come out of it knowing that I won is just huge.
For this episode, the bladesmiths will make a weapon from the 14th century.
Bladesmiths, you didn't think I was going to start taking it easy on you now, did you?
No.
I want you to build this. I'm beginning to nail Chris.
You'll have 4 days of your home forges to build your blades. Good luck, gentlemen. We'll see you then.
I'm John Blankman from Avon, Utah. I'm a fire sprinkler contractor.
We're going to start getting the curves into the blade itself, then taking a lot of weight off of it. So the blade's come along really nice. It's in pretty good shape where I want it to be. Oh crap, got a little bit of a crack here. Finally, I get to the bottom of it and it is still savable and I don't have to start over. Things are going along pretty good. All right, got it all sharpened up. Let's go out and give her a quick test. I'm feeling great about what I've accomplished.
I'm Dale Brannigan from Shelby, North Carolina. We're getting there. That's starting to look like a Chris. Handle material is pretty close to shape already. Now I'm gonna wrap the handle with hemp. It's not a requirement, but it'll give a good grip and it looks kind of cool. I'm super happy that I'm done.
Now Doug will test what the weapons will do on the pig carcass.
John, you're up first. You ready for this?
You bet.
All right, let's do this. I really appreciate that you have this large flare because it's a very forward heavy blade. These are very, very deep cuts on this big carcass. Dale, your turn, so you ready?
That's what I'm here for.
First up, it's a lot lighter. Now that allows me to use velocity to cut down a pig like this with the same amount of strikes. It will kill.
Awesome. Bladesmiths, welcome to our strength test. One of my personal favorites, the ice block chop. John, you're up first. You ready to go?
I am.
Very heavy. It tears through the ice, but If the ice block was any bigger, it'd be tearing through me too. Dale, you ready to go?
If anybody's gonna break my sword, it might as well be you.
The only complaint I have is your wrap here is loose, but everything's still tight, your edge is good. Nice job.
To find out how sharp your weapons are, I'm going to take your Magindanao Christus and try to cut through these palms. John, you're up first. You ready for this?
I am.
First up, your edge is still very sharp. Dale, your turn. So you ready?
Slice it up.
All right, will do. It's thin and razor sharp. Overall, sir, your edge, you will cut.
Thanks, Doug.
Forge and Fire champion today is Dale. Congratulations.
It's been a great experience, man.
Thank you, John.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, John.
This whole journey with Forge and Fire has been incredible.
I'm blown away. Super proud. Literally, the day before I started that was 5 years to the day that I lit my first forge. Now I can tell them not only have I been on Forge and Fire, but I won a Jay Nielsen challenge.
For this episode, the bladesmiths will use scrap metal to build a small dagger.
Today, we're going to ask you to incorporate these weapons into a billet from which you will forge one of these. A Pugio dagger.
For my stack, I want to have 9 pieces or more, so that way when you do draw this out, you want to have more metal than you need.
We got 6 separate pieces, about 4 inches by an inch wide. Got tacked up, heating up. I've still got a few shitters that I gotta work out.
Double-edged daggers, I have no problem with. I've made them, but the challenge in this weapon is the weapon has to be symmetrical, and then you can't be off. I don't want to go home. I want to be number 1.
I start drawing the billet out lengthwise. I don't want to push out too much metal at one time. I don't know if I got enough material.
Every time you forge weld, there's always a chance of failure. So every time I forge weld, I'm nervous.
When you're forge welding, it's a repetitive process. You have to heat, hammer, so it becomes one solid piece of metal.
Alex did manage to do a period-correct Caesar quench.
Caesar quench?
Yes, he stabbed that forge 23 times.
It sounds hard, it looks hard. I'm feeling good.
Kevin just quenched his blade. That was very fast.
You gotta be kidding me. Half of it's heat treated, half of it's not.
Kevin may be file checking while it's still hot and thinking it didn't get hard. So going for another quench and then another quench.
The tip looks very hot.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Nope. Oh, she's hard now. I'm good.
Perfect.
Bladesmiths, shut down your machines, drop your tools. This first round of bladesmithing competition is over. To test the strength and durability of your edges and points on your Pugios, I'll be chopping and stabbing mercilessly into these shields. Alex, you're up first. You ready?
Let's do it. I'm not sure how my tang is gonna hold up after I just re-welded it.
You lost about a 1/4 inch of your tip here. That aside, you left some sharp corners of the wood right here, where the wood contacts the brass. In total, it's got a good classic Pugio shape. Kevin?
Let's rock it, man. I'm a little anxious to see how my knife is gonna perform.
First things first, the tip came off. You chose a method of completing this challenge in a way that's usable and wieldable. Mike, you're up next.
I haven't been nervous until right now, and I'm going crazy.
That's not a medallion, man. That's a pin.
Mike, your blade doesn't have medallions on either side of that handle, and therefore your blade cannot be tested or measured evenly and fairly with your competitors. I have to ask you to please leave the forge.
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. If you're gonna come to this competition, make sure you pay attention to the parameters. It's very important. The smallest little detail that you miss can get you off. This was an amazing experience. I truly believe that if I had my weapon tested, I would have went through to the finals. What's next for me is go home and I'll probably make another Pugio, and I'm gonna send a picture to the judges and say, this is what I made.